When I first felt electrosensitive, pretty sure I was around 5, 6 years old. That's when I started getting meltdowns a lot. I was getting heat effects. I was getting bad marks, couldn't think straight, and a lot of those effects just started happening, and then my mom did research and she found out that it's a possibility that was that. So you should try to not do that. There is lots of symptoms. My nerves could start going. Like I could start getting all nervous and I could get heart arrhythmia. My heart could go out of whack. I could start being very obnoxious.
My first car was not even a car, it was probably like
this type of plaster type paper type thing. My dad put it on to stop the radio waves from the cell boosters and the Wi-Fi and the smart meters from coming in, because without this, they would come in strong and I would not be able to sleep in my bed. But since he put it on, there's still some that come in, but very less, like not that much than before. So that made a big difference. I have a very, very supportive school, so they don't have Wi-Fi everywhere. So school, well, it's fine because everyone supports me. They take off their phones, they put them on airplane mode. They make sure that if there's Wi-Fi, they'll send me into another class. It's very good.
En premier, quand il est venu à l'école, tout le monde, comme, il disait...
Me jugeait.
Ouais, puis je voulais pas qu'il y ait pas d'amis pour, comme... Je voulais juste pas qu'il y ait pas d'amis. Alors j'ai voulu être son ami, puis c'est comme ça que je suis son meilleur ami maintenant.
So for some reason, he was wanting to play with certain kids at school. One of them would call him, oh, I don't want him on our team. Wi-Fi kid, that's the Wi-Fi kid. You know, and the Wi-Fi kid. It was just getting on his nerves, and then he had Kaylin. He just was Jayden's lifeline. He didn't judge him. The fact that he was curious helped. And I wish others would be a little bit more curious, but in a nice way. Kaylin was curious in a nice way. He would ask Jayden questions. So once he became a little bit more aware of the subject, and I didn't even really know this until not too long ago when I asked Jayden, how did Kaylin make a difference in your life? And he said, well, you know, he would ask questions and I would just answer, and he wouldn't, like, you know, get nasty or mean or say things. He would actually just listen and understand. One person can make a difference, and especially with these electrosensitive children, their lives are so isolated. They can't go here, they can't go there because, you know, their Wi-Fi is everywhere, the cell phones are everywhere, the towers, you know, like so many things. He's had to stay home, and I asked him, what's the hardest part? Mom, the hardest part about being electrosensitive is I feel in prison, I can't go everywhere I want to go. I don't think too far ahead in the future because it can be overwhelming. So right now, I'm more thinking about high school. Where is he going to go for high school? And right now, it's hard to find an environment with a high school. The high school that I went to and where I would wanted him to go to, which is close to home, has a massive tower there. And just to drive there, it's so powerful. So to go out for recess or to do gym out in the field, it's the choices are so limited. But inside, it might be better, but then you have to deal with all the Wi-Fi, the cell phones, the laptops, and it's much bigger. So that concerns me for the children's future, because Jayden's world is getting smaller and smaller, and that's why I have to continually look for what I can to allow him to have a life.
Dans beaucoup de pays,